What's up? So, if you can skim through my favorites, I'm sure you noticed how kind of like Mozart right now. Like I freaking anyway, I rewatched Amadeus, a movie I've seen a million times before, but I just bought it on iTunes because it was like $5, and I love it even more. Like it just grows on me. It shows the brilliance of Mozart and the genius of his creations. So anyway, I'm literally sitting through the entire discography of Mozart. Dead serious. Been through like 80 hours. But luckily I have an occupation in which I can actually listen to music because I'm on the computer. So that's a win. That's a win. I was going to say win-win, but it's just a fucking win. Anyway, forgive the French. Mozart was German. So I got some books. This one is obviously great. It's the letters of Mozart, not just him, but his dad. 600 pages. Like, this is from him. Like, I hate reading he said, she said all the time. I want to hear what they actually said from their fucking mouth. Here's another great book. All these I got off Amazon for like $6, by the way. It's amazing. This is the complete works of Mozart. It's literally a description of all the songs. At least a paragraph about every song. And did I mention he's done over 600 compositions? And a composition isn't a song. One of those 600 could be a 4-hour opera. Okay, so Mozart was the definition of prolific. Died at 35, but he started writing at 5 because his dad was a violinist. Anyway, another good biography I just got, Robert Gutman's Mozart. Haven't read it yet because I just got it today. And then also Maynard Solomon, another big freaking Mozart biography. I mean, it's $5-6. I need it. But there was a 1,500-page biography that I did not buy physically. I got the Kindle version. So it's like in my pocket, and I don't have to, strain my arms to just relax and read a book. Anyway, so that's kind of been killing my time. I highly recommend y'all watch Amadeus. It's one of the top 100 films of all time, filmed in 1984, directed by Milos Forman. He did One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest. I mean, the guy is just, he nails it. Anyway, let's see, I also got Aleister Crowley's letters because they were cheap, but it's just so weird, dude. The guy was insane. He believed he was a god, and it's like the definition of evil. I don't care how learned you are or how smart you are, if your soul isn't in the right place, what's the point of all that knowledge, I often wanted to just impress people and think I could have been, some kind of famous teacher or whatever. But since I think the end times are coming really soon, I don't really feel like pursuing that because I have YouTube, and I fear that one thing I will say in a educational formal setting will totally offset something else because I believe so many different things and I don't limit myself to specific ideologies. Anyway, so there's that. The Nintendo Switch is pretty awesome. I don't know if y'all know about it, like how awesome it is. It's really a time killer. Like I live by myself now and I can just play it in bed or on a TV. I don't know why I'm promoting it. Anyway, there's no GTA type stuff for the Switch, so I would recommend Saints Row. That's a really good game. Y'all can't see any of that. Saints Row is basically GTA but funnier. And if you don't want to pay $60 for Doom 64, just get Doom 3 for $10. Really scary. Skyrim, obviously. And all that Super Mario stuff. But anyway, that's a good ulterior if you don't want to pay $500 for an Xbox. Just get yourself a Switch. And I don't recommend the Switch lights, by the way, because they're not switches. They do not switch from TV to handheld. They're only handheld, so they should not call them a Switch. That's my fucking feeble opinion. Anyway, I wanted to mention something briefly about Mozart's Birthchart. Now, he was an Aquarius, sign of the genius or whatever, but he had a lot of other things. Like, for instance, he and Beethoven share Moon and Sagittarius. The Moon is your emotions, and Sagittarius is a very fiery, travel-y sign. And then they also have Mars and Gemini. Mars is your action, and Gemini is all about communication. So Beethoven and Mozart both have those exact same placements, and I find it interesting. Mozart he's Aquarius, but he has Saturn in Capricornus, and Saturn rules Capricorn and Aquarius, so he had so much discipline. And what's fascinating is Nietzsche as well had Saturn in Capricornus, a lot of discipline, and Moon in Sagittarius. Traveled a lot and got bored easily and had intense emotions. Well, guess what? I have Nietzsche's music. He was a musician, so that's interesting. This is a 2-disc special, the music of Friedrich Nietzsche. Highly recommended for true Nietzsche scholars. I mean, it's not brilliant or whatever, but it's there. Kind of like my songs. Anyway, that's me, just kind of hanging in there. I mean, I could wear a t-shirt outside right now. I live in Texas, so it's like not technically freaking winter for me yet. Anyway, I think that's that. Not much else in life. I should be reading more about God and stuff, but I'm just interested in God's people that he created. I mean, Mozart was just a musician or whatever, but I just want to know how someone who could create that much thinks in normal everyday life. You know what I mean? If you watch the movie Amadeus, it'll explain kind of more how fascinating that whole thing is, the child prodigy genius thing. But anyway, that's that. Kind of at a loss for words. I got a couple other books. Let me just show you. Just cause they're there. I'll hang out. And just these two. I'm really fascinated by people and not their image. I'm fascinated by them. So I got the John Lennon letters for like $30. It's like 600 pages of awesomeness. And then my favorite black metal band besides Drowning the Light, Mayhem. Necro Butcher has this that he released. It's his. He's the only surviving member of Mayhem left. The Dead Archives, and it's got a bunch of pictures and a ton of stories if you're into that whole scene. Norwegian black metal, which I totally am, even as a Christian, because I'm into the sounds and music and aura and tone and not the lyrics. Because if I was into lyrics, you know, Mozart was a Catholic. Anyway, y'all have a good one. Take it easy. Oh, I broke out my keyboard the other day, because obviously I play guitar all the time, but it's all about keyboard. I'm going to try and play a little more. It's so much easier to play stuff on guitar. But yeah, you know, just being creative, killing time, instead of sitting here watching sports, you know, zoning out on the news, or only playing video games, because I do play video games. I love GTA 5 and Fallout 4. I beat those, and fucking love free roaming. And so now there's No Man's Sky, so I can free roam in space. You know, it's a really great game. Very underrated. All the updates made it better if you know the whole spiel about No Man's Sky. But anyway, check it out. Y'all have a good day. Live a little, learn a little, chill out, but also be conscious that, you know, these are crazy times. This is just how I kill time before the end of time.